Most Amazon sellers don't make it past a year selling on Amazon because nobody talks about this one thing in this Amazon industry. Most people talk about sourcing, how to make money on Amazon, how to make shipments and everything, but they don't talk about how to keep your Amazon account safe so you can sell for 3, 5, 10 years on Amazon without getting your account banned. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to keep your account safe and how to do everything by the Amazon book and stay safe on Amazon so you can sell for a couple years and not just 3 to 4 months and get a Section 3. Let's go ahead and get into this video.
Group of this call, this is not going to be one of the sourcing calls. This is going to be a super important topic that, a lot of people just ignore. But this is probably one of the most important things when it comes to Amazon, right? And that's just keeping your Amazon account safe. Doesn't matter how good you get at sourcing. It doesn't matter how good you get, how much capital you have. You don't have an Amazon account, buy from fake inventory. Your Amazon account could get deactivated. And in this meeting, we're going to go ahead and talk about that right now. You guys can hear me? Everybody can hear me? Not a COVID group call. Anthony Dahlia, I'm Kevin, Mike, Nicholas. How we doing?
No. How you doing, bro? I'm good.
Doing good. All right, boys. So we're going to let the straggler just come on. I am recording this call. Super important call. I'm not going to do any fluff, anything like that. I'm going to get to my point. And I'm going to, if you guys have any questions, we could just put them at the end, get them answered at the end. You go ahead and get after it. So I'm going to share my screen right now. So in this call, biggest thing we're going to focus on is how to protect your Amazon seller account, avoiding suspensions and Section 3s, right? The biggest thing is I see a lot of sellers, they have a couple of good months, right? They have a couple of good months, but they're not able to sustain it. They slip up. Amazon asks for documentation and have the documentation is nowhere. The biggest thing is you sell an item that you're not supposed to sell and you think you got away with it. You could ask for that documentation 7 to 8 months later. Then after that, you really have nothing that you can do, right? We're going to focus on how we can avoid that, how we can protect our Amazon seller account, because that's literally the most important thing. So what we're going to look at is our account health overview. What triggers suspensions, right? First thing, selling inauthentic, counterfeit, and unauthorized products, right? Unable to provide valid invoices of proof of supply chain. Let me give you guys a good example right now. Let's just say, your friend has 20 units of a profitable product and he just gives it to you and you sell him, right? Let's just say you sell that, you make $400 to $500, 150 to 200 in profit, right? Everything is cool, everything is going good. Now let's just say 3 to 4 months from now, Amazon asks you for the documentation on that product, right? What are you guys going to do? What documentation are you guys going to give to them, right? You can't prove. So that item might be real, but you can't prove to Amazon that you got it from a right supply chain. And let's just say your friend gets his invoice, it's a different billing address, right? And sometimes that might work, but most of the times Amazon's going to say hey man, you're jumping through a lot of loops. Your boy has a receipt from a liquidation store and that liquidation store supply chain is weak. They're getting it from somebody. We don't know. We don't even know if it's real. And the reason why this is so important, especially with Amazon, is a lot of people, it used to be like this. 1 to 2 years ago, Amazon was a lot more lenient, right? That's why ungating is so important right now. That's why ungating is so hard right now. That's why you have to get to 200 sales, because Amazon doesn't trust a lot of new sellers. What happened a year ago is that's why the beauty category is basically closed right now, because a lot of people came on, they started selling fake stuff and people started getting allergic reactions. People started consuming items that they thought they weren't allergic to, but since it was a fake item, it had some ingredients and they sued Amazon. So this is why this is so important, right? If you don't have an Amazon account, you can't do anything, right? So receiving complaints about condition or authenticity, let's just say some people sell fake Nike socks, right? If 3 to 4 sellers all on the same listing, they all complain to Amazon hey, I bought this product from Mark, or I bought this product from Nick, and it just felt a little fake. That's going to trigger Amazon. Amazon's going to be hey, we've gotten 3 complaints from one seller, right, on one product. Let me ask this guy for the documentation. And if you can't provide the documentation, you're not going to be able to sell on Amazon anymore. This is why it's super important to be careful about what listings you're getting on and where you're getting your products from. That's why I always tell you guys, even distributors and suppliers. Let me show you guys where not to buy from, right? Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, Craigslist, all these places, you might get great deals, but you're not going to get documentation, right? You're not going to be able to prove it. First one, we're dealing with an issue right now with one of our mentees. We emphasize this every single day. The only reason I did this call is because this happened with one of our mentees. And I was I would be doing you guys a disservice if I taught you guys how to source, if I taught you guys how to sell on Amazon, but not how to protect your account, right? So 100% do not buy from any Walmart or third-party seller. Walmart or third-party sellers, right? You're getting it from Walmart, right? You have an order confirmation, but anybody could make a third-party Walmart seller account and they could sell fake stuff. You could bypass ungating pretty easily because it's a newer platform. Nicholas raised his hand. Yo, what's up, man? You can unmute it.
Yo, so I know in the early videos I've been watching, you say the 10 units from Target is kind of the ungating method. Is that no longer it?
Yeah, so Target, right, they're still getting 200 sales and focusing on the auto ungated products. But yes, if you want to get ungated for subcategory, you have the ungating dashboard. All those suppliers are authorized and they're in Amazon's network. Any shady Telegram or Discord plugs that offer you wholesale deals, right? What I've realized, most of them, they're getting fake inventory, right? They're getting fake inventory. They get other people's accounts shut down, right? We had another thing that happened with that about literally like 6 months ago, and we have to take them out of our group too. But unauthorized distributors without brand authorizations, I know some of you guys have been selling for a while, right? You guys want to get into wholesale and everything. But the thing is, the biggest thing you have to ask a wholesaler or supplier, anybody could say they're a wholesaler or supplier, right? Anybody could say they're a distributor or anything like that. The biggest thing is saying, hey, are you buying this product directly for the brand? And if you're not buying it from the brand, can you show me supply chain? Can you show me invoice supply chain that leads to the brand? Could you give me a letter of authorization? You need some documentation because the distributor or the supplier doesn't care about your Amazon account. All they care about is taking your money. So it's your job to ensure that you're getting these products from a right enough place. And that's why emphasizing before you make a purchase, before you make everything, especially if you're a new seller, just drop it in the ticket, right? So right now, right, save this, take a picture, and record this meeting. But do not buy from any Facebook Marketplace. Do not buy from any shady Telegram or Discord plugs. Do not buy from any unauthorized suppliers without brand authorizations. Walmart or third-party sellers is the easiest way. And sometimes you might get lucky. Sometimes, you might sell it, you might get away with it. Amazon might not add you for they might not ask you for the documentation. That doesn't mean what you did was right. You just got lucky. Next is, this is the yellow area, right? No business verification, right? Fake Trustpilot views, like these OA suppliers. If they have a Shopify they're most likely legit. And this is where you guys could kind of make a mistake. This is where you guys, let's just say you click on Google when you're reverse sourcing. Everybody has a price at $16.99, $17.99, a competitive price. And then one retailer has it for like $8. Right? Some of you guys might think, oh my God, this is a gold rush. I'm going to make so much money. But sometimes it's too good to be true, right? Sometimes it's like, okay, this is probably a fake. It's probably from China. Anything China-wise, anything out of the state, anything out of the US, logistically, it gets, especially if Amazon asks for the documentation. I've seen a lot of cases where somebody buys something from Europe, you have to show like when the ship arrived to the US. Right? Like I've dealt with a lot of suspensions, a lot of all this stuff. I'm telling you guys from firsthand use. As a seller, like we have to make sure that it's worth it. But anything from Europe, anything from China, as a beginner, first 50K a month, I probably want you guys to avoid it, right? But no business verification, no fake Trustpilot, none of that. If they don't have any of that, do not buy from that. Supplier vetting framework, right? So it's just check with the system, right? If you have any questions, right? I know supplier, feel free to ask me in the ticket. Check the domain age, right? Confirm distributor authorizations, do Trustpilot, right? Complaints, legitimate. There's so many things. If there's even 1 to 2 red flags, just avoid it because it's not worth your Amazon account. If there's 2 suppliers, one of them's like iHerb, a verified supplier that, they ship out to everywhere. People get their groceries from there. And there's another retailer. It's a bit more shady. You haven't heard about it. Maybe it's more Eastern. I'd go to iHerb, even if you're paying an extra 50 cents or $1, right? Just to have that safe on your Amazon account. But another thing too, you guys might buy from a right supplier, right? You guys might get the correct documentation, but if you guys don't keep it, if you guys lose it, then that's still going to be another issue. Let's just say you guys are doing retail arbitrage. You guys are getting stuff from Trader Joe's, or you guys are getting stuff from somewhere, but Amazon asks you for the receipts, Amazon asks for the invoices, and you lose the receipt. You might have bought from a right place. You might have bought from a good supplier, but you're not able to prove it. Amazon doesn't care if it's real or not. You just have to prove it. You get what I'm saying? That's literally all it is. So make sure you're keeping your receipts, make sure you're keeping your invoices, put in a Google Drive or anything like that. Keep it in your emails. Make sure you get the emails. They don't send you order confirmation or anything, but they send it to you. You get the products, but you don't get an order confirmation or you get a receipt. Make sure you ask them for that. Prep center logs, payment confirmations. Make sure if you switch banks, right? If you switch banks and you close the account, make sure you download the credit card statements because they're going to ask for proof of purchase. So many things that go into this. Is the boring work, especially if you're starting out new. You probably don't want to hear this, but this is something, that most sellers that get. I'm seeing a lot of people that these new sellers that didn't know this information, they're getting shut down because they bought from a place they didn't get shut down from. And you can know all the sourcing you want, you can make all the money you want, but if your account gets shut down, you have a skill set without an account. And getting a new account, Amazon does not play around with that, right? So safe sources, Walmart, sold by Walmart, Target, Walgreens, manufacturer direct, authorized distributors with brand letters, gray market importers, that's risky sources, liquidation pallets without documents, right? If you're just getting these products randomly, even cash and grabs in person, right? You want to kind of stay away from that too, unless you get invoices. And even if you get the invoice, you're like, hey, who's supplying these products? Where are you guys getting these products? Okay, and then they're like, we're getting this product from L7 distributors. Okay, where's L7 distributors getting their products from? Are they buying from the brand? No, they're buying from Costco. Okay, it's Costco. And then you just have to keep going up until you get to the brand. And if there's like 4 to 5 brokers or distributors, I'd probably steer away, because if one of them says, I don't want to give you my documentation, I don't really care about you, then your Amazon account is gone, just like that. So next thing we'll talk about is just documentation, right? You start to organize your records, put them in Google Drives, internal ticket system, put in the cloud. I have my VA do it, but the easiest way to do it is just put in a Google Drive and everything, all your receipts and literally everything. But that was the main message, right? That was the main message. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about is getting regated, right? It's another issue that a lot of people don't talk about, but it does happen, right? Let's just say you get regated on something, you bought 100 units of something, or you have some inventory lying around and you can't sell it. As an Amazon seller, especially now, you're going to have to diversify. You're going to have different channels that you're going to have to diversify. Like, let's just say you have an item that you can't sell right now, but you're getting it at a stupid price. You're getting at a ridiculous kind of gift cards. You get everything, right? You're getting this at a ridiculous price. What you can do, you can always liquidate it on eBay. You can always do it on Facebook Marketplace. And what we've been doing right now, we just tried this right now. I think this marketplace literally just came out. It's Whatnot. So what I did in the past month, we went to the storage unit. We got all the returns in the past 6 to 8 months. And what we did is we went on a Whatnot stream. You literally get a tripod. Let me get up. You literally get a tripod like this. You set down. It's like a TikTok live stream, and people can bid on the inventory. You can put whatever products that you want. And with that, let's just say you get regated or you get some returns, especially if you've been selling for a while. If you're a beginner right now, you're probably not going to have to deal with this right now, but you're going to have to deal with returns, especially if you're selling high ticket items, especially obviously you're not dealing with groceries, shoes, any type of clothing, you're going to deal with that. And these are valuable. These are like $30 there, $40 there. If you don't address that, right, there's going to be money leaking in your business. So this whole slide, all I'm talking about is how can we get as much cash flow back into the business instead of having a pile of returns. Because I'm telling you right now, if you don't address that situation, you don't have systems in there, it's just going to keep building up, and then you're going to lose so much money. So Whatnot right now, obviously you can work with the return prep center. You're lazy. You don't want to deal with all that. You want somebody else to return it for you. Obviously, we had Israel come on a couple of weeks ago. I work with them, but with my past year that I just had in my basement, I had some in my storage unit. We literally picked it up one day. We did a Whatnot stream and we liquidated everything. We broke even, but at least we got that inventory out of there, and that money we deployed into more inventory, right? But obviously, diversify your sales channels, right? Like there's no issue with just like selling on Walmart. There's no issue if you can't sell something on Amazon, but you already bought it. You thought you were going to get ungated. Amazon wasn't accepting your invoice. You're just selling on Walmart. You're selling on Facebook Marketplace. You can even list it on there. Sometimes, I'll list something on Amazon that I have a lot of units of. I'll see Facebook Marketplace. I'll see eBay if there's demand for it, and I'll list it at a ridiculous price, and they'll still sell out, right? And I'll sell like for every 20 units I sell on Amazon, I'll sell like 2 on Facebook Marketplace or 2 on eBay, but I'm selling it with less fees, and I'm selling it for like $15 to $20 higher. Does that kind of make sense? But getting these systems in place, right, is going to ensure that you don't lose money with your business. Facebook Marketplace, Whatnot, right? Israel, if you guys don't want to deal with that, right? If you guys just want to work with the Return Prep Center. Bach, do you have anything to say with that? I know Bach's in here.
Nah, man. Yeah, that was like the main thing. Let's see, that was.
Yeah, man, it's pretty straightforward. And if you're ever, right, if you're never sure, like if you're never If you don't know if a supplier is legit or not, that's where the ticket system, that's where this whole mentorship is a part of, right? You have feedback loops. You don't have to play any guessing games. You don't have to find out the hard way. You could just drop it into the ticket, right? And you can get feedback loops just like that. But I do, as a new seller, I wish I knew this, right? As a new seller, this is one of the most important things. It doesn't matter how good you are at sourcing if you don't have an Amazon account, right? So making sure you get your stuff. With the golden rule, right? The biggest thing, you can't prove where it's coming from. Like if you can't do that, you don't own the right to sell it. Amazon is going to come knocking on the door. Any questions now? But yeah, man, that's the whole presentation. This is probably, I'm gonna do this presentation. I'm gonna add some stuff to this, but this is a presentation that I'm going to be doing every single month and a half, just to make sure that you guys keep your Amazon account safe. I've seen a lot of people over 2.5 years, right? I've seen a lot of people come and go with this mistake. I've seen a lot of really good Amazon sellers make this mistake, and unfortunately, right, their Amazon account is gone. I'm telling you, you have to pay for lawyers and everything to get your Amazon account back. You're in the fate of Amazon. Amazon holds your funds. I don't want any of you guys to deal with that. I'd be doing you guys a disservice if I didn't talk about this. So any questions? But if there's not any questions, I'm gonna put this recording. Probably gonna put this in the WAP videos. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Pretty straightforward. I don't know if this guy's legit or not. Just drop in the ticket. You have me, Adam, and Bob. All three of us will look at it to make sure that it's from an authorized supplier. We're gonna make sure you guys make tons of money this Q4, and you can make money this Q4. You can make money next Q4. You can make money, Q4 in 2027, 2028. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys.
So if you guys want to work with me one-on-one to see how we can start or scale your business, and you've liked the content that you've been seeing, you just want to expedite the process and get more one-on-one help, I'm gonna leave a calendar link down in the description to help you get your first $10,000 per month or scale and add another $10,000 to your business. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.